Specimen material. To be issued to candidates on the 1st of February or as soon as possible after that date. All teacher-assessed marks to be returned to AQA by the 31st of May. Time allowed: 15 hours. Materials. For this paper you must have appropriate art materials. Instructions. Read the paper carefully. Before you start work, make sure you understand all the information. Choose one question. You must stop work on your preparatory work as soon as the first period of supervised time starts. You may refer to your preparatory work in the supervised time, but it must not be added to or amended. You must show evidence of personal work relating to your chosen question. You must show evidence of research and of investigating and developing ideas. This should include visual work and, if appropriate, annotations or written work. Sketchbooks, workbooks and / or journals may be included. Practical responses to the work of other artists, designers, craftspeople and photographers must show development in a personal way. The work submitted for this unit must be produced unaided. You must not produce work for this component after the 15 hours of supervised time. Information. The maximum mark for this paper is 96. This paper assesses your understanding of the relationship between the different aspects of art and design, textile design. Advice. You may discuss your ideas with your teacher before deciding on your starting point. You may use any appropriate textile media, method, and materials, unless the question states otherwise. A-level. Art and Design. Textile Design, 7204/X. Component 2 Externally set assignment. 2. This paper will test your ability to develop ideas through sustained and focused investigations informed by contextual and other sources, demonstrating analytical and critical understanding. Explore and select appropriate resources, media, materials, techniques and processes. Reviewing and refining ideas as work develops. Record ideas, observations and insights relevant to intentions, reflecting critically on work and progress. Present a personal and meaningful response that realizes intentions and, where appropriate, makes connections between visual and other elements. The questions below should be seen as starting points for personal investigations in which you make reference to appropriate critical and contextual material. Choose one of the following questions. 1. The landscape. Many artists and designers have been inspired by aspects of the landscape such as light, color, form, texture and pattern. Examples can be seen in the work of Claude Monet, Vincent van Gogh and Graham Sutherland. Anne Kinnament and Verena Warren interpreted the landscape through applique and machine embroidery. Refer to relevant examples and respond in your own way. 96 marks. 2. Mixed media. Artists such as Michael Brennandwood, Kurt Schwitters and Elliot Hundley have exploited mixed media to create interesting surfaces, using a variety of materials to produce highly individual work. Research appropriate examples and produce a mixed media textile piece. 96 marks. 3. Resist printing. Wax, wood, starch paste, thread and paper have been used extensively by artists and designers to create a resist effect on fabric. You may like to look at examples from Japan, Indonesia and Africa. From your research into appropriate techniques and the work of others, develop a personal response. 96 marks. 4 glittering elements. In many cultures spangles, beads, mirrors and other reflective materials have been incorporated into garments and accessories. Paco Rabanne, Jean-Paul Gaultier, Gianni Versis and Christian Lacroix have produced rich and exotic surfaces, which glitter, reflect and dazzle when worn. Look at appropriate examples and produce your own textile. Work in which glittering elements form an integral part. 96 marks. 3. Turnover. 5 florals. Florals often feature in textile fabric designs for both fashion and interiors. William Morris produced repeated floral patterns. Designers Guild sells large-scale abstract floral fabrics. Liberty has its own distinctive range of floral fabrics. Look at relevant examples and produce your own work. 96 marks. 6 black on white. The use of black linear drawing, printing or painting on a white background is an approach that has been employed by many artists, designers and craftspeople. Timney Fowler's printed textiles are influenced by classical architectural drawings. An intricate weaving of black lines can be seen in Jackson Pollock's black on white paintings. Research appropriate examples and create your own work. 96 marks. 7 materials and techniques. The use of different materials and new textile techniques has opened up exciting possibilities for contemporary textile artists and fashion designers. Examples can be seen in the creative use of materials and techniques by Rowan Mush, John Galliano and Camilla Diedrich. Investigate appropriate examples and produce a personal response. 96 marks. 8 textiles of India. The textiles of India offer a rich and varied tradition. Extensive use is made of techniques such as embroidery, beadwork and mirror work, block printing and tie-dyeing. Look at relevant examples and produce a personal response that celebrates this tradition. 96 marks. End of questions. 4. There are no questions printed on this page. Do not write on this page. Copyright symbol 2015 AQA and its licenses. All rights reserved.